Welcome back. Ifeanyiwa Omesiete is a certified nutritionist. Now, she creates and introduces innovative recipes to improve on a child's diet. Now, she also consults at various hospitals for children of all ages, where she treats medical and dietary ailments. She's here with us via Skype to discuss density over quality. Good morning, Ife.
Good morning. Good morning.
It's great to see you and great to hear from you once again. And
Yes.
So when we heard the topic, we were really hoping to be enlightened on what you meant by density over quality. I think we should break it down one by one.
Okay, so essentially what density over quantity is, so we're talking about nutrient density over the quantity that we feed. We have this notion in Nigeria where essentially we feel like the more you feed a child, the healthier they would be. So try to get them to eat more quantities of whatever meal you're serving, where it's actually the opposite. You kind of want them to not eat so much, but you want them to eat very nutritionally dense meals. So heavy in nutrients, but not just in the calories. Because calories essentially are just one aspect of it. You want to make sure there's vitamins, there's minerals, fats are in adequate amounts, proteins, carbs, everything is kind of in there so that even if the child is someone who doesn't want to eat large portions or doesn't want to eat large quantities at a time, they can do that. But you would still get the benefits of whatever dish you're trying to give them because each meal is always nutrient dense.
Okay, so to be nutrient dense, could we break down which nutrients we should look out for specifically when it comes to kids? What are the key nutrients that are most important for children's meals?
Sorry, you said what are the key
nutrients that are
okay.
Yes, important for children's meals.
Okay, so it varies dependent on child. And one of the things I always encourage on my Instagram page, The Kid Nutritionist, is I always tell parents to think about the age of the child first and try and see what is ideal for that age. So I can give a breakdown. So for example, between the ages of 6 months to 1 year, ideally what you want is you want an increase in iron, you want an increase in calcium, and you want to ensure that they are getting their healthy fats, right? That's like essentially the focus. From 1 year to about maybe 3 years or so, iron is still important, but then you want to consider things like DHA. You want to ensure that you're getting the vitamins in, so vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin K. You kind of want to make sure there's an equal balance with all the nutrients that the child is getting in terms of their vitamins and their minerals. So iron is essential, calcium is essential. You don't want too much of sodium. You want an even amount of that in the body system, especially between the ages of 1 and 3, because they're going to want to go to the bathroom a lot. And sodium has a way of making you pee more than you should, and that's kind of the period of potty training. So
yes,
you want to be able to strike a balance then.
Very important, the potty training aspect. Okay, so now you mentioned the names of these nutrients, but now I think we need to break it down to the most available foods that have these nutrients. Now, off the top of my head, for maybe a 3 or 4-year-old, I can think of maybe a breakfast or, the breakfast, maybe a snack between breakfast and lunch, and then like a tea time meal between lunch and supper. But what could I look out for to buy specifically to make sure I have all those nutrients included?
Okay, so typically, in fact, I wanted to do this because I feel like sometimes we get carried away with eating the same things every day. So typically for a 3-year-old, right, you want something that is quick, easy, and you don't have to struggle with them so much about it for breakfast. So the first thing that comes to mind is pancakes. Who doesn't love pancakes? They are yummy. You can put whatever toppings you want on them. Now, a lot of people think pancakes are unhealthy, but you can have very, very healthy pancakes. For example, instead of using regular white flour, You could use oats. You could use guinea corn flour. You could even use millet, right? Then another one is adding to the oats. You could add bananas. You could add eggs. You could add nuts if you like. You could add apples if you want to. If you want to sweeten, you can sweeten with a bit of honey. You can sweeten with a bit of dates. And one of my all-time favorite things to add into pancakes is chocolate. Yes,
Oh,
you can
wow.
add chocolate to your pancakes. So make them really, really nutritionally dense. And you can pair that with either like a chocolate drink for breakfast or a chocolate beverage or even a smoothie. And in that smoothie, you could have apples, you could have bananas, you could have pawpaw, you could have pineapples. You can even sneak some vegetables in there. You could have carrots, you could have beetroot to give it some color. You can play around with so many options. Now that's just breakfast. You can imagine how nutritionally dense that would be. And that child doesn't even have to take a full cup of the smoothie, and they don't even have to eat more than like 1.5 pancakes, really,
Wow.
because everything is sort of in there. Then for lunch, who doesn't eat rice? I feel like rice
You know what?
is
I think we
something
should
everybody does.
I think we should specifically put those recipes on our social media. We're going to be posting this clip eventually today, and please just help us list some of those meals. I wish we
Okay.
could actually take each and every one right now, but we don't have enough time. But it's always
I
great
know.
talking to you, and yes, we hope you'll be back next week to talk some more.